Hey guys, in the shop here. I just want to do a quick video or demo. I've got another Kremlin 1014 pump. I've had it for a little while. Just haven't had a chance to actually, it needed some parts, and basically it was another bare pump. So anyways, I needed to get some parts, and I haven't really had a chance to get everything operating. Plus I wanted to make a new cart for both pumps to sit on. So anyways, with that being said, I want to try and keep this video short because I want to do a little bit of a demo as well, because I've got a different gun hooked up to this one as well. But anyways, let me show you what I got going on here. Okay, so what I have here is I've got two Kremlin 1014s. Here's the original one that I had gotten. This one was without regulators, so I had to basically fabricate my own regulator setup. I was originally going to get the Kremlin regulator kit, but I got a quote on it. It was like $170 some, so I decided to hold off on that. I just got two cheapos I bought from CircleCenter.com, so it works for the time being. I've been using that way for the last year and a half or 2 years, however long I've had this one. So this is the one they used to spray the high build pre-cat lacquer. This one has the Kremlin MX. Whoops. The MVX. Anyways, this one is the one that I got here about a month and a half ago or so, maybe a couple months ago. This is an older model. This one still has a cast housing, versus the one over there actually has a plastic housing, which is the newer one. This one does have the atomizing air and air motor regulators. And I don't know if this one actually had the spring guard or not, because for a while they didn't have that, but it is a newer model, I could tell, because it does have a stainless steel throat cup. The original 1014s had like a bronze or a brass throat cup, which they were non-stainless steel. So this one also was missing the pickup tube, so I bought a new Kremlin pickup tube. This one also didn't have one when I got it, so I got that. So essentially, for this one here, I had to buy the pickup tube. Didn't have any hoses. So what I did was I actually had took the hose set off of my original and put it for spraying vinyl sealer. Then I bought a new hose from a supplier online. It's a different brand. It's about the same flexibility, but yeah. So anyways, however, this older model I had bought in the gun as well, and this is the older MX gun. This is still a really nice gun. It's a little bit heavier. Trigger pulls will be a little bit heavier than the MVX. It's a little bit bigger, bulkier, but it's still a really nice gun. So the tips are different. I won't get into a whole lot of detail, but the tips on the MX versus the MVX, there's a pin in the air cap, and the MX air cap has one pin location, and the tip has a corresponding groove cut in it, versus the MVX has two grooves cut into the tip, but only one pin location. I think the new tips work in the old air cap, but I'm almost 100% for certain that the old tips do not work in the new air cap. So, and I just built this cart here that just some 3/4 inch BC plywood on a 2x4 frame with some 3-inch casters, which are by no means too big. I should have put some 4s or 5s in there. I mean, it rolls around pretty nice, but the bigger the caster, the nicer it rolls. And they got a wagon handle, so you can move it around. So, originally, I was using this Hero pump, which is the same thing as a Graco Monarch. In fact, the repair kits, I guess, are universal as far as the rebuild kit. This one is a good pump, but it's not stainless steel, and I knew that when I got it. I might eventually go back to waterborne coatings, so with that being said, I'll have 2 stainless steel pumps with stainless steel fittings that I can use to spray waterborne. I sprayed waterborne in the past. I did for a few years. The only thing was, when it came to waterborne, with the disposal of the waste, it's still considered hazardous depending on the county and state. I've had a hard time getting rid of waterborne waste. I do have a hazardous waste license, and it's not that I can't produce waterborne waste, it's just that the waterborne waste is harder and more expensive to get rid of. Eventually, like I said, I'll probably go back in the waterborne, so it won't be anything totally new to me because I've been there before. So anyways, I just made a couple arms here. I made a wooden 2x arm to hang the hose set on. But yeah. So anyways, I've got this plywood box here that I built. It's actually just a riser for a recliner. My dad is actually having some hip surgery, and one of the requirements is that for the first probably a couple months at least, some of your furniture needs to be elevated so that way you don't have to work as hard in getting out of the chair, especially if you got a lower recliner or a lower chair that sits kind of low. It's hard to get out, so a little bit of an elevation. So I just whipped this up. It's just a piece of 3/4 inch oak plywood on the outside and a piece of 3/4 inch oak plywood on top, and the chair will sit in here. And on the underside, it's just a 2x4 frame. So anyway, so I just decided to stain and finish it so it looks nice. As I said, it will be something that they'll see for could be a couple months possibly, however long it takes for the actual recovery. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to turn on the exhaust fan, and we're going to use the old Kremlin 1014 first, which has got vinyl sealer in it, and I'll be using the MX gun again. We'll let the sealer flash off and dry. I'll powder it out, and we'll use the new 1014. It's got the high build pre-cat in it. So, alright. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of this video. I just wanted to kind of show you my finishing setup here for the equipment. And I just have to say that if you're in the market for some finishing equipment, the Kremlin stuff is really kind of hard to pass up. I've got nothing against Graco or Binks. They're both great products as well. I actually have a Graco G15 gun on a Graco contractor pump. It's called a 395 ST Pro. I used that for many years till I got into the Kremlin stuff, and for the longest time that Graco 395 ST Pro electric unit was my finishing equipment. That's all I ever used. Later on I converted to air assisted airless. I have a Graco G15 gun, which is a real similar design to the Kremlin MVX, but it's a Graco. So it's made in United States. I want to say Graco's headquarters is in Minnesota, down by the city someplace, by the Twin Cities I think it is. I know they got a couple manufacturing sites, but I think most of the stuff comes out of Minnesota for the most of my knowledge. But anyways, Graco's really good. Binks is good. They all have their share in the market for different applications. So it's just that for whatever reason, the European equipment seems to be taking a little bit more of a market share. In my opinion, Kremlin kind of has it over the other ones, but then again, I don't have a whole lot enough experience with the Graco G15 or the Binks AA 1500. So I'll just tell you personally that I've had really good luck with the Kremlin systems, and I think that's probably why they're really popular. So the 1014 model has been out for probably early to mid 90s, and we're now in 2013, and they just discontinued it. It's not in their 2013 catalog. It was in their 2012 catalog, I think, for a little while. But I just actually spoke with a Kremlin distributor, and they said that the 1014 has officially been replaced with a new EOS C10. Kremlin launched out an EOS series to kind of replace the 1014 here a couple of years ago, but it never really took off. They have what they call an EOS C15, and I think it's a C30. But they were a 15-to-1 and a 30-to-1 pump. Not sure what their approach was, but I did see that in Kremlin's 2013 product line catalog that they have a pump that's extremely identical to the 1014, but they call it an EOS C10. To my understanding, it's still a 10-to-1 pump, but they've made some improvements in the fluid section, and I think possibly the air motor. I'm not sure. The Kremlin rep or distributor I talked to wasn't 100% for certain, but he was going to give me some more information just as far as what the difference is. So, but there's a lot of these out there. You know, if you're interested, look for online auctions, local auctions. You'd be surprised what you find. What I will tell you is that they typically do go quick. So. But anyway, so that being said, I just wanted to wrap this up and tell you that, like I said, if you're looking for some really good finishing equipment, the Kremlin 1014 Airmix is definitely something to consider. If you do find something else, like a Graco pump or Binks, there's nothing wrong with them either. So I was just after the Kremlin because I'm very familiar with them. So thanks for watching.